If this is your first encounter with this abridged reading of Mantak Chia's Taoist Secrets of Love, please follow the link in the description to part 1, as there is a preface which explains what this book is about and what my intention with sharing it in this format is. The reading continues. Chapter 2. What is Qi energy? Taoist cultivation of sexual energy cannot be understood until the Chinese concept of Qi is clear. Qi, also known as prana, the warm current, kundalini power, or the electromagnetic life force, is very difficult to describe because this life energy is invisible and cannot be seen. However, we can feel it. Qi is simply the Chinese word for breath. On the physical level, it is the raw air we breathe in and out, revitalizing us and keeping us alive. Our life hangs by this thin thread of breath every second of our lives, and that thread is seemingly empty air. We transform that raw air by mixing it with other nutrients and refining it into a different kind of energy, one that takes a solid form. It becomes our blood, flesh and bones, but never loses an inner rhythm of pulsation that flows through each cell. Our vital organs, heart, liver, kidney and glands, in turn refine this energy and send Qi power to the higher functions of our brain, thus creating our thoughts, dreams and emotions. For the Taoists, sexual energy is called Qing, or essence. It can also be understood as a kind of human electricity because, like Qi, it is an invisible energy that flows through the body. However, in its raw physical form, it is stored in men in their sperm and women in their ovaries. Thus, it is a kind of Qi energy that has been transformed by bodily process into a more potent form. It is raw matter distilled into a powerful essence that has the ability to recreate the entire human organism. For men, their sperm power is the essence of their yang, or male energy. When you feel sexually aroused, this is your Qing essence expanding at a phenomenally powerful rate. Your whole being is suddenly charged with new energy, your body fired with passion and your heart transfixed with desire. It's like turning on the light switch. Your entire world of touch and feeling is dramatically changed from night to day within seconds. This happens in men when they feel attracted to a woman because their hundreds of millions of sperm cells begin vibrating and generating a larger field of sexual electromagnetic energy. The early sages observed the natural process of the raw Qi of the universal elements, sun and earth, food and air, being transformed into Qing or sex energy, and in the male stored as sperm. The next step is far more subtle and difficult to observe. The sperm energy is mixed with the Qi of the human vital organs and refined into Shen, or spirit. In short, sex energy offers a link between our biological and metaphysical identities, between the animal and the divine. Sexual ability gives man the divine power to recreate himself, but it also binds him to his animal body and that of his lover. The Taoists believe that you can use any substance or force that exists in the universe to feed the process of cultivating your spirit and thereby free yourself of the limitations of your animal body. Everything has energy in it, and human consciousness can absorb that energy if it so desires. The major difference between Qing, or sex essence, and food and sunlight energy is that your Qing Qi is physically manufactured and stored inside your body. This precious substance, sperm, with its extraordinary power to mate with a female egg and create another life, is manufactured and stored in your testicles for safekeeping. The point is that you are free to tap into your supply of sex energy at any time by drawing the sperm power from the testicles. If you run out of sperm, your body automatically makes more. This allows you to be physically ready for your lover at all times. Even if you are alone, without a lover, and never intend to procreate, your body produces the sperm and transforms it into creative sexual energy. So you can always transform this stored sex energy into spirit, your pure awareness, and expand it through creative personality at will. So in fact, Qing is internal energy that nourishes us night and day without ceasing. The process of refinement is partly automatic and partly voluntary. We can either help or hinder the process of transforming our sex energy into creativity, depending on how aware we are of our internal process. When these energies are rebalanced through proper lovemaking and meditation, the mind is repatterned and freed of old traumas and habits. Taoist cultivation of one's sexual energy is an extremely powerful tool for self-therapy. So powerful, in fact, that it should be used only by those who have achieved a certain degree of integration in the body, mind, and spirit. Severely imbalanced individuals may release more energy than they can safely deal with, and should see a psychiatrist before attempting to learn the Taoist methods. This unique human freedom of utilizing our sexual energy so flexibly does not come without its price. The price is that we spend an estimated 25 to 40% of our chi energy taken in through food, air and sunlight just to manufacture this sperm energy and maintain sexual readiness. Why does the body spend so much of its valuable resources to produce billions of sperm cells and regulate them with an accompanying hormonal system? Simply to produce a few children over the course of a lifetime? Nature is not that extravagant. The enormous investment of our bodies in producing this sperm energy is to speed our overall evolution. The more successful man is in transforming his stored energy into higher creative and spiritual energy, the more rapid his evolution. This path of Taoist cultivation of chi energy is simply an attempt to most efficiently utilize the natural gifts every man is born with to evolve the maximum possible in a single lifetime.